this. Alrighty, guys, it is time for our guest speaker of the evening. We got Xander talking to you guys about a very special message that he's crafted based off of hearing everyone's input at Key Staff yesterday. And he's like, I want to make sure I tailor to the group. So, Xander, we appreciate you for preparing this message. You spent a lot of time on it. Xander, go ahead and take it away.
Let's go. Let's go. Jacob, can you make me co-host real quick so I can screen share my goodies?
You can screen share now.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Okay, can I get a thumbs up in the chat if everyone can see my slides? My slides. Awesome. Okay. Can you guys still see them or no? Yes. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna be talking to you guys about Carpe Diem. I mean, seize the day by me. So what exactly will we be talking about really quick? I'm gonna talk to you guys about owning the day, seizing the day, owning the day. I'm gonna talk to you guys about how to be more efficient with your time and also handling your emotions from the day-to-day works. All right, so let me know if this sounds a little familiar to you. I have to do a million things today. Oh my gosh, I have no time. Brian, I don't even know all the things I got to do today. Dana, I'm so anxious. I'm so stressed out about blank. Sounds like a familiar story. Maybe not all four all at once, but maybe we say one of these every day, right? So the first step into seizing our day, managing our time, managing our emotions is just taking ownership. I want you guys to realize that you own your time. We all own our own times. If I were to write something down in your notes, just step one, ownership. And with that, we all have the same 24 hours. You have the same 24 hours as the president. You have the same 24 hours as Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Like, you have the same minutes, the same seconds as everyone else. It's not like, oh, I got X going on, or, oh, well, this happened, and, well, I'm doing this. No, everyone's got the same stuff. Everyone's got the same amount of time. So step one, just take ownership. This is my life. This is my time. Number two, I'm going to give you a brief rundown of RPS, rocks, pebbles, sands. A lot of you guys already know this. Kudos to you. This is awesome. But for anyone that might be hearing it the first time, so basically the analogy goes like this. You have a jar, mason jar. Cool. If you try putting in the sand first, like on the right side here, the sand's going to fill up a little bit. Then if you start trying to put in pebbles, the pebbles is going to fill up stuff. And then you try putting in the rocks dead last, it's not going to fit. It's going to overflow. It's going to be this whole thing. You invert it. You take the jar, you put the rocks in first, foundation. You put the pebbles in, feels like the nooks and crannies. Okay, cool. And then you dump that little sand, and then that's going to get all the other stuff. Now, the rocks in your life, these are the most important things going on. Example, school, vector. Pebbles are important things, but not nowhere near as like, this is my number one. This might be like family time, working out. The sand, that's just like little stuff. I like to do it, but if I don't get to it, it's not the end of the world. Hanging out with friends, playing video games, doing whatever, right? So just to put things into perspective about priorities. Now, step three, we're going to talk about finding our priorities. This is how easy we're going to find our priorities, all right? You look at something and it's either going to be a hell yeah or a no. That's it. You want to look at something and say, is this helping me grow personally, professionally, or financially? If it's a hell yeah, let's do it. That's a priority. And we can scale that too, right? Gym versus phone calls, right? Gym versus class. But if something isn't helping you grow, if it's pointless, we can kind of put this off to the side. It's a no. That's how quick and easy it is. Black and white. Hell yeah or no. Now, number four, what I'm going to talk to you guys is something called the power list. This is the power of writing things down. So Ali Abdal said, our brains are for having ideas, not holding them. This is a really good oven to start in, but we're not going to keep the cookies in there for too long because they're going to burn, right? Similar thing. If you keep things in your head for too long, it's just not going to go well. Put them down on paper, write it out, see it, physical habit, manifest it. So what the power list is really quick, shout out Jacob for introducing me to this. But what the power list is, it's a top 5 list of daily things that are the most important things to get done. These are crucial tasks. So this might be, I'm going to make 15 phone calls today. I'm going to hit cardio for half an hour. I'm going to do blank. And these aren't goals either, to be very clear. These aren't like, oh man, I hope I book 4 demos today. Or I hope I make $1,000 today. It's not a I hope, it's not a goal. It's a this is the plan. These are the top 5 things. If I can get these 5 things done today, that's a W. This is going to be game changer for you guys. You write it down physically, you see it in front of you. There's no uncertainty of, well, what are my focuses for today? Because when you walk around your day to day, you're not focused, no certainty, anxiety starts rising. I don't know what I have to do today. I want you guys to be so confident. Life walks up to you and says, oh yeah, well, you got a test today. And you're like, okay, and I blocked out time, 2 hours, I'm studying, I'm fine. Life walks up to you, well, you got phoning time. You got demos to book. Yeah, I have it. I'm at team meeting, 7, 8. What about it? I want you to have that quick of confidence, that quick of snapback. Be like, yeah, so what? You know why? Because I want you to talk to life. I want you to talk to issues going on. Like, hey, this is my time. I own it. Step 1, I own it. This is my time. This isn't your time. This is my time. Now, step 5, I would really, really, really advise to write this down. Putting things in your schedule. Tony Robbins once said, if it's not in your schedule, then it's not real. You're not taking it real. It's not important to you. And if it's not in your schedule, it's not going to happen. By show of hands, has anyone maybe experienced a promise order before? Oh, Brian, I'm going to for sure get that homemaker for you. I'm going to for sure get that. Oh, Dana, it's kind of a bad time right now, and that doesn't feel good, right? Because promise orders don't go through. People mean good. Gianna, you mean good. I'm going to do handles later, but it's not in your schedule. I'm going to set fire later. It's not in your schedule. Here, I'm going to show you guys a quick little blurb of my schedule for this past week. And this isn't even everything filled up. But the past couple of months, I've been really intentional, and with Jacob too, about building something that I know it's in my schedule. I have class, there's PT, there's key staff, some demos, X, Y, and Z. But when it's in your schedule, you can physically see it. And you also know how to work around other things too. So for instance, how we say on Friday, it looks like I got an interview at 12:50 and I got a Zoom at 3. I'm not going to offer Mrs. Jones a demo at 2. But if you don't have that in your schedule, you might not know and you might give the wrong time, and then it goes downhill from there. Putting things in your schedule is so powerful. And if you're not doing it, if you can take one thing away from this call right now, it's going to be the biggest game changer for you. You can't be surprised or shocked at something if you knew it was coming. So for instance, if I said to Mariana, I said, hey, Dom's going to creep around the corner. He's going to try and scare you right now. And then Dom comes in 2 minutes later. And then Mariana's like this. Stone face killer as usual. You know why? Because she was expecting it. You can't be surprised or thrown off guard or anxious when you knew it was coming. Oh no, I got X, Y, and Z to do, but I had it in my schedule 2 days before. Now I'm going to go a little bit more in depth into scheduling. I want you guys to leverage time and take advantage of deadlines in your schedule. There's this thing called Parkinson's law. Parkinson's law basically states that work expands to fill the time that we allocate to it. Translate that to 4th grade language. If you say, hey, I'm going to work on my English paper the whole day, do you think it takes you a whole day to work on an English paper? Let's say it's three pages. Jacob's shaking his head right now. Glasses are up. But if you say I'm gonna do something without a dead stop timeline, it's gonna take up the whole day. So for instance, I'm gonna go back to my schedule really quick. So I have science footprints, some science homework, Thursday, 3:30 to 4:30. If I would have just put science footprints on there, it's gonna take me a lot longer to get my homework done. Because I'm gonna go on TikTok, I'm gonna go on my phone, I'm gonna be scrolling, I'm gonna be doing X, Y, and Z. But if I know I have a little bit of crunch time and I got this, and this, then I'm gonna be on target. I'm gonna be shooting to kill. Now, step 6 is to protect your time, guys. We're all super busy. We all got a lot of stuff going on. Family stuff, demos, school, finals. I know this is crunch time, right? Like a lot of people have a lot of stuff going on all the time. So you need to protect some time for you too. You might feel burnt out by the end of the day. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm doing a million things. I have no energy. Or like I'm mad for some reason. You gotta protect some time for yourself too. Whether that's just like reading for half an hour, meditating for 15 minutes. I would even advise throwing in some protected time in the middle of the day. You guys got to recharge too. Take care of yourself, please. Because you know why? Because no one else is going to do it for you. No one's going to say, "Oh yeah, I bet Dana needs a 15-minute break right now." Yeah, I'm gonna for sure slow my day down for her. No, no, like life doesn't work like that. Dana's gonna take care of herself because she knows the love that she needs at when she needs it. I think it's more fair to say that Dana knows more about herself than I know about Dana. So you need to protect your own time. And I have a little plug right here too. I put that because I feel like oftentimes we get over attached to things too. And that can harm our emotions. Like, hey, the sales have been going rough. I'm 0 for 5 right now. It's hard. Or hey, I just got a D on my test. Like it's hard, right? And that's just life in general. But we need to detach from the things that we know aren't going to serve us and reattach to the things that are going to serve us. Simple problem, simple solution. But not getting over attached to, oh man, I really hope I sell on this demo. Or oh man, I really hope I don't mess up on this test and I do everything right. It's not about that. It's just about being present. It's about saying, hey, I'm going to do what I can do. I'm going to control the things that I can control. And after that, that's just everything I can do. It's out of my control. Be at peace with that too. That's going to give you a lot of peace. When you say, hey, I blocked out time in my schedule. I studied for 3 hours. I got a 61. Okay. I did everything I can. Now from this, I'm going to learn. I'm going to go into office hours. I'm going to study a little bit more. But you got to control what you can control. Detach from the things that don't longer serve you and reattach to that self-love. And lastly, I want you guys to choose to be satisfied. I know you guys are overachievers. That's just what this network of people are. You guys are awesome people. You guys are humble, positive, supportive, upbeat, overachievers, incredible work ethic. You guys are hard on yourself too. And I love that you're so hard on yourself to grow so much, but you need to choose to be satisfied. Okay? Like Brian, if you made 100 calls today, don't ever look at yourself like today was a loss, right? Like if you have your things written down, like your top 3 or top 5 focuses, if you hit your top 3 or your top 5 focuses for today, I think that's a win in my book, regardless of whatever emotional state you're at right now. So in all summary, guys, own your time. Know your priorities. Write them down too. Write down your top 5, your top 3 focuses for the day. Life is a marathon. It's not a sprint. Just focus on the day. Just focus on today. Just focus on Thursday. You don't gotta focus on the week or finals. No. Just focus on today. Put everything in your schedule, please. That is such a game changer. That changed my life for everything. And guys, action over ideas. These are all really good ideas, but it's nothing if you don't implement it. If you want to show me some love, your biggest takeaway is just action. Implement it in your schedule. And guys, kiss anxiety and kiss uncertainty goodbye. Thank you, guys.